boy Candy. I'm back here with a new video. Listen, this video is definitely different because this is my first ever story time type of video. If you guys are new, man, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. And other than that, man, road to 10,000 subscribers. Now, man. Listen, I never thought I'd ever have to do this type of story time, but I think a lot of you guys actually been requesting this since I was streaming, a couple months ago. Y'all was like, yo, man, tell the story time. Tell tell the Wendy story. Tell the Wendy story. Tell the Wendy story. Because I was bringing it up, and a lot of you guys actually kept me on my track and was like, yo, tell the Wendy story. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna tell you guys about my first ever job. The first ever place that I've ever worked at, y'all. This is just, bro, this is real life. As a matter of fact, to even make sure this is even real, y'all, to clarify all of this, I'm pretty sure I got a video up from 5-6 years ago where I announced to my audience, and I didn't even have an audience at the time. I was just talking to I was talking to nobody, but that's the journey. You start off with nobody, but then now you got people watching you. So obviously, man, I would like to thank God for that, and obviously, bro, I thank y'all for showing up. But listen, about 5-6 years ago, y'all, I made a video saying, oh, I'm taking a break from YouTube. Basically, I was gonna do my first week at that Wendy's job because that was my first job ever. I was around 16-17 years old, and yeah, bro, I'm gonna give you guys a rundown of how fast food works. Yeah, bro. About what really goes down in fast food, how these managers work out, the fast food Wendy's secrets. Yeah, I'm about to expose all that, bro. Now, if about 5 to 6, black trucks roll up outside the house and it's over with, and I ain't upload no more videos, then my bad, but obviously, hopefully they don't happen. Other than that, man, let's get right into the story mode now. Oh, man. Man, listen, I can laugh right now because listen, I feel like a lot of us have stories, or a lot of us went through really just stressful, traumatic, type of things in life. But, now that we're older or a little bit older, first of all, I'm not an unk. I'm far from an unk. All right. So I'm not an unk. I'm still really young. But I feel like, if you went through something really traumatic or really stressful, now that you're older, you can laugh at it, and then you can, just tell the people. So, yo, if you about to, clock into Wendy's, if you about to do whatever, all right, let me just be the first one just to let you know it's not what you expected, brother. First of all, this ain't SpongeBob. This, you're not finna clock in and then, and just flip patties and have a smile on your face. No. No, that first day gonna be the hardest day. If you've never worked a fast food job, that first day will be your worst day, okay? But listen, let me start this thing off from the jump, from the get-go. Let's go. Now, this was prime COVID, y'all. Yes, prime 2020. Nasty work. Everybody got COVID. Everybody's at the house. People still is hungry for that Baconator. Bro, it's a crazy time we were living in, okay? Now, I actually got this job in August of 2020. I literally graduated in high school and everything. I think I was either 16 or 17. I think I was 17. But listen, let me explain something to y'all. The good thing is, since it was COVID, nobody was allowed inside of the Wendy's. First of all, let me take it back to the beginning. First of all, bro, the manager that hired me, bro, he was so eager to hire anybody and everybody, bro. Bro, you could say, oh yeah, I'm an alien from Saturn. Yeah, oh yeah, you're hired. Bro, you could say, oh yeah, bro, I'm a convicted felon. I didn't kill 83 people. You're hired. Bro, you could even say that you found the cure to cancer. Yeah, bro, you're hired. He didn't care what came out your mouth. Yo, if you were a human being, if your heart was beating, if the heart was thumping, and you can move around and grab things, you're hired. You're hired. There is no clientele. There's no, oh, let's look at your background. There's none of that, bro. If you can speak, if you can move around, if your heart is pumping, if you got blood flowing through your veins, if you can grab things, you're hired. That's how, bro. He was so eager to hire anybody and everybody. Now I'm not gonna sit here and act like I wasn't qualified because, brother, it's fast food. I mean, if you can move, then you could definitely work there. But at the same time, bro, he was legit. I don't know if they were in like, obviously it was COVID, so I don't know if like a lot of people were like quitting or whatever, but bro, he was really eager to hire me. So boom, I barely, I was giving a little PR, like the little PR answers. The guy would say, "Oh, so what would you do in a stressful situation?" You know how like, how the manager was like ask all these little deep, philosophical questions. Brother, I'm flipping burgers. Brother, I'm putting burgers on a bun with cheese, lettuce, tomato, whatever, with bacon. Boom, giving it. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Why are you asking me all these philosophical questions and how much wood could the woodchuck? Why are you answering me? Yo, this man was asking me 20. Bro, he was asking me calculus level questions. Bro, it almost stumped me out, but obviously I'm clutch with it. So, I'm like, oh, well, if I was in a stressful situation with my team, then, obviously, bro, I would really sit back, calm down, and think of what I do and be a leader, bro. I was capping, bro, man, I was saying anything just to get that job. It was my first ever job, y'all. So bro, I walked into the door with a button-down shirt. Yeah. I walked in the door with a button-down shirt and everything. I had all my papers. I had everything, bro. I really wanted this job. I'm 17 years old. I'm broke. I don't got a dime in my pocket. Like I was fiending for something, bro. I was hungry. I was broke. So boom, I answer all of his little PR questions, his little philosophical questions. Boom, he says, "Yo, can you?" This is how you know he was. Bro was starving for workers. This is how you know he was starving for workers. Now remind y'all, this is prime 2020 COVID. So he says, "Oh, you seem like a good fit." Da da da. He goes to the back. He gives me like one of those like little like not credit card. He gives me like a little debit card or whatever. Because I didn't even have like a debit card or nothing. He gives me a little debit card, whatever, that I had to go home and like set up with my phone or whatever. So boom, he's like, "Oh yeah, so I could put you down for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I think he said Saturday. So that's 4 weeks. I think this interview, by the way, was like on a Monday, whatever. He said I could put you down on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then on a Saturday." I'm like, oh, okay, cool, bet. So as he's writing like, the days down, I'm thinking, okay, whatever. I'm thinking I'm about to get like 4, 5, 6 hours, whatever, da da da. Remind you, I'm 17 years old. He says, all right, so what about 5 to 12? I'm like, oh. Now, obviously, more hours equal more money, but I'm thinking, dang, 5 to 12, I'm 17 years old. I ain't even reached 18 yet, but okay, like, again, I want more money. I accept it. Everything that he's putting on the line for me, I'm just accepting it. So boom, he write down 5 for 12 for Tuesday. Bow. 5 for 12 for Wednesday. Bow. 5 for 12 for Thursday. Bow. He going out on a Saturday. See, this is where the trickery lies. See, he's a finesser. Bro, he put 4 for 12 on Saturday. Bow. I'm like, oh wow. I'm like, whoa, hold up. Oh, like, I didn't say nothing, but I'm looking at the thing. He put 4 for 12. I'm like, hold up, what happened to the 5 for 12? I ain't say that. In my head, I'm like, yo, like, in my head, I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm like, man, like, these are some heavy hours. Like, bro, these are some heavy hours, but at the same time, like, I'm really excited because it's my first job. Obviously, more hours equal more, like, more money, whatever. Da-da-da-da. I don't say anything. Whatever. He gives me, like, my little debit card, whatever. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I'm pumped up. I'm pumped up. I should have known my fate was sealed when he asked me this. Listen to this. If you laugh, I'm gonna mess up my story, okay? He says, and I quote, he says, "Yeah, because you seem like a great fit. As a matter of fact, can you start today?" This is when I knew my fate was sealed. Man, they had me working. Yo. I knew he was about to put me in the nastiest Wendy 360 of all time. Y'all know how like some of these like rappers sign like these crazy messed up deals and like they're in like a deal for life like type of thing going. That's what I signed. Bro said, he said, as a matter of fact, can you work today? I'm like, my answer was, I'm like, he said, oh, never mind. You can just work Tuesday. Because I didn't even know how to answer that. At first, I didn't really think of anything. Now I'm like, wow, he really wanted He was that thirsty for workers. Here I am thinking that I'm like, I'm a qualified young man. I'm about to work myself up. Da da da. Man, nah, bro. You just alive. You just alive. So I'm gonna just hire you, fast, quickly. So boom, I say, I don't know. He says, oh, don't worry, you just work on Tuesday. So boom, he gives me like my little Wendy shirt. I'm pretty sure if y'all go back into that video like 5-6 years ago, you see me with the Wendy shirt on, right? I get home, I'm super excited. I make a video saying, hey guys, like I'm not gonna be on YouTube for like the past week, y'all, but like whenever I come back, like the content's gonna be way better, right? Tuesday gets here, I'm like, my heart popping out my chest. I'm like, man, it's my first day, whatever. So boom, I get my uniform on, whatever, put my pants on. I think for the first few days, my mom dropped me off at the job, y'all. So boom, I put my Wendy shirt on, put my clothes on. I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm a little nervous because I've never done this before, right? My mom drops me off, and like I said before, y'all, it's prime COVID, so nobody is allowed inside the building. Like no customers aren't allowed in there, only the workers are. Because you know how like in a lot of Wendy's stores, you can just come in and like order something, right, and just sit down. It's COVID, so you can't do that. So boom, I'm banging on the door. First of all, it's like 9:30 p.m. Remember, I start at 5, so I'm really early. I'm thinking like, oh, I could just like go in there early, whatever. Da da da. So boom, I'm banging on the window. Nobody answering. Banging on the window again. Nobody's answering. I'm like, oh no, what's going on? Bro, I think, I sat out there with like two to three other new people, right? And I think they knew each other or something like that. And so another worker comes to the door. I think she's about to leave, but another worker comes to the door. She lets us in. We get in. Again, y'all, it's my first day. So I walk behind a little thing, whatever. First of all, here was like my first observations. Let me get some water real quick. Here was my first observations real quick. Give me 1 second. So, my first observations was, bro, there's so many workers in here. It's crazy. That was my first observation. Bro, at the back of a Wendy's or McDonald's, whatever, bro, you are constantly bumping into people and everything. It's like it's like a NASCAR pit. Like everybody's locked and loaded, but like, bro, there's so many people. You're constantly bumping shoulders with people. You're constantly like, bro, you're shoulder checking people. It's crazy. That was my first thought. My second thought was, again, it's prime COVID. Now, I didn't tell y'all this, but I'll tell y'all this now. I had a mask on. Everybody's supposed to have a mask on. Man, I get back there, bro. I seen girls doing TikToks. I'm seeing these other dudes, full beards, no mask. I'm like, oh, nah. I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no, bro. I keep my mask on, y'all. Because you don't know what these people got. It's prime COVID, y'all. Like, I don't want to get sick. I don't want to get whatever, right? So, boom, I keep my mask on. But when I get back there, I'm seeing full beards, mustaches. I'm seeing, and I ain't gonna lie to you, there was like some pretty girls in there too. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie, shout out to all the pretty ladies out there. But bro, like, no mask. I'm the only dude in there with the mask on, bro. I'm like, hold up, do they not know that, like, did they forget that it's COVID? Like, nobody was wearing no mask or nothing. So boom, that's the second thing. The third thing is, I'm standing there for like 5 minutes. I'm thinking somebody was going to tell me to go somewhere and do something or show me around or nothing. Bro, let me tell you something. They threw me right in the shark's den. We in the middle of a rush. Now, if y'all don't know what a rush is, bro, oh my goodness gracious. A rush is like so basically like a rush was like, it usually happened at like certain times. So for example, if there's like a football game going on, if there's like an NFL game going on, then bro, you about to be working for like an hour straight. Cause obviously, bro, after people leave the game, they better go to like these fast food restaurants, whatever, and eat, right? Or go to the drive-thru and then eat. So bro, it's like 2 p.m. middle of the day on a Tuesday. So you know people hungry. They just clocked out of work. Just clocked out. Or you know, some people just came from wherever and bro, they ordering 10 JBCs and everything. I'm bewildered. But again, I don't know where to go. So everybody's ripping and rushing. Nobody's telling me where to go, whatever, da, da, da. Now, the one pretty girl, the one pretty light-skinned girl, she says, oh, are you supposed to be doing something, whatever, da, 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 da. Go on the sandwich station. So, boom, I go to the sandwich station. First of all, it's not a sandwich station. I call this a burger. Bro, I don't call burgers sandwiches, bro. Like a sandwich to me, bro, is like ham or turkey meat with the cheese, with the you know, with the pickles, with the da da da. Bro, they tell me some. Oh, you're the sandwich maker now. No, I'm a burger maker. But you know, that's small. That's small compared to the problems that I went through. But let me continue the story. So boom, she says, oh, go to the burger, go to like the burger sandwich maker or whatever. So boom, I come over, whatever. There's like this little chart. In Wendy's, right? Man, I wish there was like a paper. If there's like a paper, whatever, then I'll show y'all. But bro, there's like this little chart, whatever, right? And it has like all like the sandwiches or all like the burgers or whatever. And it shows you what goes on these burgers. So boom, I get the little bottom bun. Nobody's teaching me nothing. Nobody's teaching me nothing, bro. I get the bottom burger. I said the bottom burger. I get the bottom bun, put the burger on there, and then it says something like a JBC. So boom, all right, small bun. Da, da, da. I'm moving slow because, bro, nobody's teaching me nothing. So boom, as I'm moving slow, I got these ugly. First of all, here come the ugly girls. Talking about some, oh, can you hurry up? Can you hurry up? Can I? Yo, this is my first day. This is my first day. She talking about some, can you hurry up? That's how she looked, by the way. Can you hurry up? The pretty girl talking about some, oh, you only gonna put one pickle? And she started laughing. I'm like, yo, I know. So I put an extra pickle on there. The pretty girl grabbed another pickle and put it on there. Boom, boom. What do you call it? She grabs it from me and then like ties it up or whatever. Not tie up, but she basically put the burger in the middle. I forgot how the wrapping goes, but she wrapped it up, whatever, put it on there, and then boom. So I think the rush was done. So one of the managers come out from the back. Man, yo, let me tell you something about fast food worker managers. Fast food worker managers, bro, are the laziest people I've ever seen in my life. Boom. Listen, the rush was over. The rush was over. Like, bro, everybody do a big whoo, like in the cartoons, right? Everybody go back to being on phones, you know, doing TikToks or whatever. Now, luckily, there was another manager there. Now, I think the lazy manager or whatever, the one that was actually in the office or whatever, she actually came out. She was the general manager. The manager below her came through, helped me out, told me, oh, hey, this is what you're supposed to do. Da 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 da. You know, this is what you're supposed to do over here with the dishes. This is what you're supposed to do over here with the drinks or whatever. She was showing me around good. Shout out to her. I really appreciate her. I forgot her name though. It's been so long. Shout out to her. If you ever see this video, I think her name was like Jenny or something. Jennifer. I don't know. Shout out to her though, man. She really helped me out whenever it came down to the burgers and stuff like that. Because bro, without her, I would have been stuck, bro. I would have been moving like a damn tortoise at the burger station. But listen, so boom, she teaches me whatever, and then you know, like I said, y'all, I start at 5. It's around what 9 p.m. y'all. My lower back is killing me, bro. My lower back is in shambles. Pause. Now, before y'all even be like, oh, why was your lower back in shambles? What happened, bro? What was you doing? Now, listen. All right, pause. Pause. But listen, I was standing up for so long, y'all. I stood up for about 4 hours, and like just straight. And again, y'all, I'm 17 years old. Bro, I didn't even know that I was supposed to have a break. Yeah. See, here's the kicker. Since you're young, let me put y'all on game. This is pure game. Since you're young, these lazy managers and everything, they will do anything they can to try to use you. I swear, bro, I promise you, since you are a young man or a young woman, bro, they will have you ripping and running for nothing. And what's so crazy is these lazy managers make more than you, and you doing most of the work. Ain't that something? So while I'm over here at the burger station making 10 JBCs, 5 baconators, 6 triple baconators and everything, right? Bro, while I'm over here doing all this, bro, standing up for 4 hours straight, bro, I'm 17 years old, y'all. I'm supposed to have a break by now. I didn't get no break. No manager said, hey, how old are you? Are you supposed, wait, you're supposed to be on break. Or wait a minute, did you have your break yet? None of them asked me that, right? None of them asked me that. It's been 4 hours since I started. Didn't get a break, bro. But you got these managers in a little office, in a little cubicle office with their feet kicked up, bro. Bro, feet smelling like straight up Fritos. Chili Fritos. So, bro, I stood up for about 4 hours from 5 to 9. Boom, bro, back aching. But, bro, hey, y'all ever see, y'all ever stand for so long that, like, you start to, like, just stand on one foot and, like, you kind of, like, you shift all the body weight and, like, everything just on one foot, and then, like, you kind of, like, alternate, do the same thing on the right foot, left foot, right foot, until, like, you're, like, bro, your feet can't stand it. Bro, I was so tired to the point where I was like, yo, I'm going to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom just to sit. Bro, just to sit, bro. I was so, like, torn. I was so tired, bro, and my back was aching. My back was absolute aching. So, boom, I finished my shift. Shout out to my mom for, for dropping me off and picking me up. Bro, it's like 12:05 at night, bro. I go outside. My mom picks me up. The one good thing is, the one great thing about working at a fast food restaurant, bro, is you get to take food home for free. Now, legally, I gotta say this. Legally, you're supposed to use your employee discount, and then you gotta pay out your, you actually have to pay for, like, the food that you take home. But shout out to those managers. They wasn't that evil to the point where we could just pack up some food and we just went home. Okay. Shout out to those managers. I forgot their name. Even if I knew their name, I wouldn't tell them anyway. So boom, I'll go home, whatever. It's like 12 o'clock. Bro, I'm starving. I haven't had a break. My back is killing me, bro. And then, bro, I get home, I fall asleep, and then I had work the next day, y'all. And so, bro, in the back of my mind, oh, I shouldn't even sing his song. Ooh, hold up. They said that they found the body in this Tesla, but that's another story. Listen. So, it's Wednesday, y'all. My back is, oh my goodness. I couldn't explain the pain in my back, bro. And I know, pause on that, but seriously, y'all, my back was killing me. My legs were killing, my feet were killing me, bro. And so, boom, I had to go in the next day at the same time from 5 to 12. So, it's so crazy because if you don't say anything, you're never going to know. Do you understand that? So, to any young person that's watching the story time right now, bro, if you're about to work in a fast food job, bro, ask a bunch of questions. And ask this question too, because this is the same question that I asked to the manager. Now, remind y'all, I got in, it's Wednesday. I got in at 5. It's like 8 p.m., right? My back killing me. Legs, man, I feel like I played a game against Stephen Curry, bro. My legs are worn out. My back is just obliterated. My lower back is obliterated. I'm just tired. I asked the manager, I'm like, wait, do you guys, I'm like, yo, like, how do you guys do it? And she said, what do you mean? I'm like, yo, like, y'all don't have, like, any breaks or whatever? She said, oh, yeah, of course we have breaks. She was like, oh, you didn't take your break? I'm like, no. She says, wait, how old are you? I'm like, I'm 17. She says, oh, you were been supposed to take your break. What's so crazy is I love the finesse because I'm a finesser myself. If I didn't say anything about a break, you would have left me right there at the burger station, bro. Back, lower black, lower back obliterated, legs tired. You would have left me right there. You would never said, hey, you could take a break, right? You would never said none of that. That's how they finesse you. I promise you. If you are a young person, because here's the thing, a lot of older people, People are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever. If they feel tired, whatever, or they haven't had the break, they're gonna say it. Like, yo, hey, I'm about to take my break. They're gonna say it. But since you're a young person and you need, you need the money and you wanna, not impress your boss, but you don't, you wanna do your job, and but and you're a young person as well. You don't want to upset nobody. You don't want to lose your job. You don't want to do whatever. So you just do whatever they ask you to do. Bro, if I didn't ask that question, y'all, I promise you, bro, they would have left me right there at the burger station, all shift, no break, no nothing. And it's sad. So if you're a young man or young woman, you about to work at Wendy's, McDonald's, whatever, bro, let them know, hey, like, do I got a break? What's up? What's going on? So boom, I get my break, y'all. That felt absolutely amazing, bro. I was eating chicken nuggets with some fries with a flurry. Bro, I broke like, bro, man, this is the plug, y'all. Now try not to eat this too much because you will gain a lot of weight. Now I'm gonna say that for like at the end of the story time, about like the whole weight gain thing. But bro, I broke like my chocolate chip cookies or whatever, put it in the flurry, and I was eating the flurry. Bro, amazing, bro. So listen, I knock Wednesday out. I knock Thursday out. Boom, Saturday comes through. Now Saturday was actually kind of easy. I did not know. I thought Saturday was gonna be like the hardest because like more orders or whatever. People don't have work, so people are gonna like come to the stores or whatever. I did not know that Sunday was gonna be hell on earth because obviously, if y'all don't know, Sunday is where like football teams play. That's what NFL teams play every Sunday. So, bro, after the NFL team, I'll just say it. The Steelers, the Pittsburgh Steelers, y'all. So after they play, their fans get out the stadium and they go straight to the Wendy's, bro. Bro, when I tell you the drive-through line was so long, man, you would have thought Taylor Swift was here. Bro, you would have thought Michael Jackson was up in here, bro. Like, bro, the Wendy's line was so long, bro. It was absolutely crazy. Absolutely diabolical, y'all. Like, bro. I will never forget, bro. I hated working Sundays. Now, like I said before, y'all, my first week I worked on a Saturday, so I didn't feel that pain yet. The following week I had to work on a Sunday, so I felt that. I'm like, oh my goodness, bro. After that Steeler game is done, I felt absolutely horrific. I felt so tired, bro. I felt so tired and worn out, bro. It was insane. Now listen, I worked my first week, boom. Worked the second week, knocked those two out. Then I was officially on the schedule, y'all. So boom, I see what days I work. All right, 5 to 12 here, 5 to 12 here, right? So boom, after I knocked out my first 2 weeks, y'all, I got my first ever paycheck. It was through direct deposit. Now, I know nowadays, bro, y'all are like getting like $1,000 checks or whatever, bro, but I did not care. I don't care. When I got my first paycheck, I think my first paycheck was like $550. When I tell you that's the most money I've ever seen, like, bro, ever in my life, I'm like, bro, like, I thought I was rich. I thought I was Bill Gates rich. And you know what's so crazy? I blew that check the next day. I blew that check as fast as you can say onomatopoeia. No lie. I blew that check so fast, bro. It was absolutely ridiculous, y'all. And I actually don't regret it. Because my first purchase with that check was a PlayStation 4 that I didn't have at the time, So I actually didn't regret that. But it's crazy how I went through all that. I went through all that and I just blew it the next day, bro. Man, when I tell you, bro, that whole bi-weekly system, bro, is a finesse. That whole bi-weekly little pay system is an absolute finesse, bro. I couldn't believe it, bro. I blew it all in one day, but at the same time, I'm like looking back, it was dumb to do that, but at the same time, I'm 17 years old, bro. Like, I ain't paying bills or nothing like that. And so I just bought me a PlayStation 4. And I did use that for content. So it wasn't complete, like it wasn't a like a waste of money at all, bro. It was like, I looked at it as an investment, and to be honest with you, I was right. It was an investment, for my channel. So boom. You're probably thinking, oh, like, I went through something similar, whatever, or that's not that bad. I know a lot of you guys are thinking, oh, that's not that bad, this and this and that, right? You thought the story was over? The story ain't over. Listen. If I haven't told you already, bro, get y'all popcorn, get your snacks, get your Doritos, get whatever you need to get, because I promise you, it is not over. Now, hey, I can laugh about this now, bro. Like I said before, if you ever went through anything stressful, or even if you ever had a journey in like a certain job or whatever, bro, when you get a little older, bro, you can look back and you just laugh at that whole situation. Now listen, I worked there for about, again, I started in August 2020. I'll probably say around March or April of 2021. So I've worked there for a little bit. I kind of, like, bro, I've basically mastered the burger station part, right? Then something happened. Something changed. When you work at a job, especially whenever you work at a job for somewhat, not really a long time, I wouldn't consider 4 to 5 months a long time, but you kind of just grow familiar with the people around you, with the people you see every single day at the job. And I was actually, I was friends with them. I was never an awkward dude. I can always make friends or whatever. And so, I made friends with, even with the pretty girl that was roasting me about the pickles. I made friends with her or whatever. I made friends with some of the dudes that was in there as well. It was pretty cool. Like, I was a friendly person. I was always, like, I'm always a friendly person. Then something happened. One by one, people started to leave, or people got fired. Yeah. And obviously, there's nothing you could do about it. You can't force them to stay. Why would you want to force them to stay at this horrible job? At this point, y'all, like, this was my main source of income. I didn't start getting paid I didn't start getting paid on YouTube until after I left this job. So this is my source of income. This is how I paid my phone bill. This is how I paid my PlayStation Plus. This is how I bought, like, myself food or whatever. This is how I bought myself, I don't really buy that many clothes, but I bought some clothes. This is how I got money, So I stayed there, I worked there, but one by one, bro, people that I knew or that I was friends with started to leave, and some, got fired or whatever, bro. And it was sad. I'll keep it real with you. It was sad because once you form a friendship with these people, obviously you don't know them, the hours that they're not that they're not at the job or whatever. But at the same time, you form a friendship with them, bro. And what ended up happening was, y'all, I was the only person from the old group. So what that means is I was the only person. Whenever I first came in, the people that helped me out and everything, they all left. Or they all got fired. Some people left, some people got fired, whatever. I was the only person within the old group, y'all. Even the managers, I had different managers and everything. I had different managers, and then I had like different workers as well. Now, the new workers were actually pretty cool. And also, the new manager was actually pretty cool as well. So I'm thinking, oh, everything is swell, everything is great. Whatever, right? Until, I heard this one white girl, she was saying the N-word or whatever. I mean, I think she grew up around the hood, but she just kept spamming the N-word, she said it more than me. But other than that, bro, like, everything was pretty cool, right? They were finessers just like me. Let me explain something to you. And I'm pretty sure you've seen this working at fast food, working at McDonald's, Wendy's, whatever. I'm pretty sure they do this everywhere. Whenever the rushes got too intense, whenever there was a lot of customers, whenever there was whatever, see, the new workers and the new manager, they were cool to me, right? But they weren't hard workers. They weren't workers at all. Bro, whenever there was like a lot of like, customers or a lot of, because remember, everything is drive through, it's still COVID. Guess what happened, y'all? Guess what move they spammed? Hey, I'm going on my smoke break. You going on a smoke break? Girl, I'm right behind you. You said smoke break? Oh, I'm right behind you. Everybody and their mama went on smoke breaks. Now me, y'all, I've never smoked a day in my life. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I never will smoke. I just don't do it. I just don't want to do it. I have no motivation to do it. Whatever, right? I've also never drank anything in my life. Never drank alcohol before. Never want to. Have no motivation to do it. So here's me. I'm the only one in the back putting orders together while they're all on the side of the building like fiends. And bro, if you smoke, I'm sorry to say this, bro, but like shout out to you, right? Hopefully you're safe with that stuff. Even though I don't recommend it, I'm one of those. Yeah, I recommend you not doing it. But at the same time, bro, at least you're not like putting more stress on your coworkers. Bro, everybody and their mama that smoked left me in the dust. I was literally the only one in the back, bro, putting all the orders together, whatever. I was the only one sweeping around, bro. I was doing car for car. I was the one, bro, taking the orders. I was the one opening up the little thing to give the orders to people and everything, bro. It was absolutely, I couldn't, bro. I was so bro. I was sick, y'all. I was heated. I was so in, bro. I don't get mad at none like that, bro. But you have to understand something. Why would you leave me out here like this, bro? Why would you leave? And then, bro, I had to make I had to put the like the patties on the grill and stuff like that. It was absolutely, bro. It was infuriating, bro. I was sick to my stomach. Why would you leave me? To this day, I get heated. To this day, bro. When I think about that, I'm like, bro, y'all like really fiend like. Y'all really ran to the to the side of the building like some rats just to get your little release off, which is smoking and vaping and all that. I couldn't believe it. And then they would all come in all laughing, goofy. What bro? Y'all know like y'all know like that little high laugh that like people do like whenever they're high and they bro, face all red and everything, smiling from ear to ear like the Grinch, knowing damn well they came into this place without a smile. Bro, whenever people walked into the damn Wendy's, nobody was smiling, bro. I was smiling because I'm getting paid, so it doesn't matter to me, bro. Everybody walked into here, bro. Yo, smiling from ear to ear like the Grinch, bro. Bro, I can smell the Dut Pack. The Dut Pack was kicking like Ronaldo, bro. It almost got me high. That's how strong it was. So boom, everybody come in, everybody want to resume back to work or whatever. The rush ends, and I'm just heated. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm heated because I'm like, bro, why would y'all do that? Why would y'all leave me in the dust like that? Like I said, y'all, like and part of me doesn't feel like they did it because I'm young, but at the same time though, like that's still messed up that you would do that, And it's crazy how like you not smoking or you not indulging into that will put more work on you. It's insane. But listen. Never mind that, whatever, the smoke breaks or whatever. It was whatever. It would piss me off, but at the same time, the rush got over. They still came in and did their job or whatever, even though they left me in the dust. Whatever. Everything is great. Everything's copacetic. Everything's top tier amazing. Until it wasn't amazing. Now, a lot of these new managers, they would see me do the same position every single day. And that was the burger station or that was the sandwich making station, whatever. And so they were trying to move me around, right? And so the first place they moved me was to I wasn't the register person. I was just the person that grabbed it, that put everything into the bag and gave it to the customer. There was somebody who was on the register that used to. It was like two different positions. Now I know sometimes there are people who do both, that do the register and the person who puts, like, they look at the screen and put like the food, whatever food is supposed to be in the bag, they put it in the bag and give it to the customer, right? Y'all, they had me. I was like bro. I was like the order person. I gave the order to the person, to the outside person, whatever. Have a nice day. Gave it to him, whatever. They say, hey man, can I get like extra barbecue, extra whatever? This is how grimy these places are. Do y'all know that y'all have to pay extra like money to get like an extra like ketchup and extra barbecue sauce and extra like honey mustard and extra whatever? You gotta pay extra cents for that. That's so lame to me. I'd never charge nothing for nobody. I'm like, yo, you want an extra this? You want an extra that? I got you. Cause it was like, why do you need to change for that? That's so lame. So boom, they've moved me to that position for like a little bit, for like a week or two, right? And I was having fun with the customers. There would be some fun customers come up. I never had one bad situation with a customer. Never, y'all. I promise you. Like I said, the customers were really nice to me, whatever. I ran into a bunch of interesting I ran into a bunch of interesting people. You know, obviously there were some people off the dub pack, so they were high, whatever. I was getting flirted on with some girls. I promise you, bro, if I'm lying, I'm dying. I promise you. Some girls talking about oh, add me on Facebook. If you don't, you a dummy. Da 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 da. I'll never. Oh, yo, I would never forget that. She's talking about and this, yo, hey, I'm gonna keep it real. This one I had the fresh cut too. Bow. I had the fresh cut. I'm giving da 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 da. Girls talking about oh, you fine. Oh, he fine. You better add me on Facebook or you a dummy. Whatever, right? And so, bro, I don't know why they took me off of that position. I love that position, but they took me off, and they put me at the fry and chicken nugget station. So, and that's not really too far from the window, but I can, I can see what's going on. But so yeah, they put me at the fry and chicken nugget station. Something happened, y'all. Y'all, bro, I would never. Listen. I'm never one of those people, bro, that like whip out his phone and like record. I wish I would have recorded this so I could show y'all. Bro, they put some girl. I don't know. I don't know this girl. Shout out to her. I forgot her name, but I don't know her. Whatever. They put some girl at the same position that I was, where you give the food to the customer. I'm at the fry station. I put everything in there. Maybe it was my fault for making the position where I at look easy. Maybe it's because I'm a people person and I love to talk to people and I love to interact with people with different types, with people I've never even met before. I think I'm just a people person, y'all. When that lady took over my position, when that woman took over my position, it was hell on Wendy's. Man, she was getting into all type of arguments. She would, bro, like she legit would have beef. I forgot her name, y'all, but she was having beef with some of these customers, y'all. Here's a situation that happened. I'll never forget it. I wish I would have recorded this. I don't know how it happened, y'all, but I ran out of like fries or whatever. So I go into like the little big freezer that's like at the end of like the walkway. There's no fries in there. So I'm like, oh, snap, whatever. So I go all the way to the freezer. I get a big box of fries or whatever. Go to the freezer, stack up the freezer with like I don't know, it was like 5-6 bags of fries. I take one of them, I put it like above the oil, and I drop the fries in the oil. So boom, I can hear the lady and a customer going back and forth. I'm not thinking too much of it. The general manager or assistant manager, whatever, is up there with her. It's basically like a 2v1. Then I hear a dude's voice. I'm like, oh, hold up. It was y'all know, like whenever girls have like the gay best friend, it was one of them, y'all. So boom, it's the two Wendy workers versus the two customers versus the two randoms. And remind y'all, this is drive-through, so they're beefing through the window. Tell me why, bro. Tell me why. I'll never forget it. But I'm over here putting the nuggets into the thing, bro. Next thing you know, the girl that was having beef with everybody. Bow. Boy, she got hit with an orange, I think it was like an orange high C. It was like an orange high C and like a little drink, whatever. One of the customers, I don't know if it was the dude or the girl, threw the orange high C, hit the girl. She started crashing out. Boy, she trying to go through the window, whatever. The two other customers, bro, they get in the car, they speed off. Bro, it's wild, bro. And so when something like that happens, y'all, the Wendy shuts down for a little bit. When an altercation happens between a worker and a customer, they shut the Wendy's down just for a little bit, not for all day, because obviously, like, Wendy's, but they need their bread. So they shut it down for like 10, 15 minutes, whatever. We're trying to like file like a little report or whatever, because like, bro, like they cracked her, bro. I'm talking about, like, it was a full face of just orange high C at her face. She was crashing out, she was crying and everything, bro. It was insane, bro. It was absolutely, I will never forget that. It was insane. And it's crazy how I was in that same position and I never got into that situation before, bro. Like, never. Now, you could say, or maybe you never ran into a terrible customer. But my thing is, bro, if I ever ran into a customer that was really on that type of timing, y'all, I feel like I'm really good at, like, I didn't have an ego at the time, y'all. And to this day, I don't got an ego, y'all. Well, no, I'm lying. I did develop an ego at around like the age of like 20, but like my ego, like, ever since like I got closer to God, y'all, like my ego kind of deflated a little bit. Like it's I mean, not even a little bit, bro. Like it's my ego's not, it's not non-existent, but it's pretty low. Like, and bro, like I think I was like 17, 18 at the time when this happened, y'all. So if I was in that situation where I'm at the window with somebody that's like that has a bad attitude, whatever, I would adapt to that. I'd be like, all right, whatever, I'll just I'll keep the conversation like really small, or I wouldn't even try to engage into that, because when you engage whenever you match that energy with somebody, bro, it's nothing but trouble. There's no, if you don't want anything to happen to either you or the other person, you have to basically not submit to them, but you have to not match the energy. Because when you match the energy with them, all of a sudden it's like two dogs barking at each other. Like one has to go away for them to start barking. If they keep barking, they're gonna bark at each other all day long. So, bro, it's just crazy how when I was up there, nothing like that ever happened to me. But when that girl was up there for the first few days, boom, orange high C to the face, large virgin, bro, large. Bow! She started crashing out. The manager was trying to take her like back away from the window. She's crying. She's like, "Oh, I want to go home. I'm about to go home." Da 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 da. Right? Tell me why the same day. In the same day this happened. I'll never forget it. I promise you. Now, that girl, she ended up leaving, y'all. Now, it was this older dude. He looked like a seasoned Wendy's vet. I'm talking about, bro, he was making the sandwiches fast and everything. Like, he knew all the tricks and the trades and everything. I think he was actually like an assistant manager. So when he was there, him and another girl came in together. Now, this older dude, the seasoned vet, we're gonna call him the seasoned vet. Now, the seasoned vet, I think he was I think he was gay, whatever. It didn't matter, but I'm just saying he was gay, whatever. So he was like on that timing too. Listen, he was on that timing too, bro. Quick to snap. That's basically what I'm trying to say. He was quick to snap. He wasn't an angry dude, because he was always nice to me, but he didn't take no BS from nobody, right? He matched the energy completely. Right? The same day the girl got she got the orange high C to the face, bro. Later that day, the older dude came in. He working whatever. Another situation goes down at the window. The same window. I don't know if this window is twisted, not haunted, but I don't know if this window is like cursed or whatever. Another situation goes down. Y'all remember the girl that I said that came in with the seasoned vet, that clocked in with the seasoned vet? She gets into an argument because she's at the window. She gets into an argument with another customer. So, the seasoned vet, he put down everything. He had the burger station. He put down everything. He goes to the window. You know, they're both, it is a two. I don't know how many people was in a car with the person they were arguing with, but like, bro, it was a two Wendy's customers versus whoever that was outside. I'll never forget, bro. I will never forget this, y'all. The seasoned vet comes back to the burger station, so he's fired up, right? The seasoned vet comes back to the burger station. He's making a burger, and he accidentally drops the bottom half. He drops the bottom half of the burger, and it fell on the ground. And so when it fell on the ground, the bun fell on the ground. You got the bacon over here, you got the pickles over here, and then you had the meat fall on the ground. Guess what happened? Now remind you, let me set this up really well. Now remind you, he just got done arguing with the guy that's about to get his order. The bottom half of that burger hit the ground. Bun this way, pickles that way. The actual patty burger is on the ground. Bro, when I tell you, bro, excuse my language, but no fucks given. Bro, he gets another bun, takes the top bun off. He put it on like the little ledge thing where you make the burgers. He does the top bun first. He basically redoes everything. He redo everything for the top bun. Instead of getting a new patty, bro went on the ground. Yeah. He went on the ground, scooped that thing up off the ground, put it on the bun, grabbed the slice of cheese. Bow. He took the top bun, put it on top of the bottom bun with the patty that was on the ground. Wrapped that thing up. He wrapped that thing up perfectly. Perfectly, bro. Man, you would think Santa Claus himself wrapped that up. He wrapped it up perfectly. Man, yo, he put the burger on a little on like the little he put the burger on like the little platform thing where a girl is supposed to take the burger, put it in the bag, and she's putting all the fries in the bag, whatever. She didn't even see him do that. The only person that saw him do that was me. And I don't even think he didn't see me. He didn't see me look at him while he was doing that. He didn't see me doing that. I was looking at him this entire time, y'all. If I'm lying, I'm dying. If I'm lying, I'm dying, bro. I saw that man take that patty off the ground, put it right on the burger, put it right on like the little patty, bro. Wrap it up expeditiously, bro, perfectly. Put it on the platform. The lady that was arguing with the guy, the lady that works for Wendy's that was arguing with the guy that was outside, bro, put it in the bag. I didn't even chair, by the way. Put it in the bag, put the fries in the bag, put the fries in the bag, gave him the drink and everything. Boom, gave it to him. She closed the window all hard. Bro, when I tell you, bro, I'm like, oh my goodness gracious. He's about to go home or he's about to sit in his car and eat that burger that was on the ground, y'all. I will never forget that. And this is why I don't argue with fast food dudes, bro. I don't argue with fast food workers because they can do something crazy to your burger. I don't take nothing back. Bro, if I say, hey, could you guys, could you remove like the mayo, whatever, and they put mayo on my burger, I'll just remove it myself. I'm not gonna make a fuss. I'm not gonna bro, because that just showed me that, bro, it really gets grimy in here. It gets grimy in here, bro. I've never seen nobody ever do that before in my life, bro. So whatever you do, to the average person that's watching this, that eats fast food, do not complain about nothing. If you say no bacon and they give you extra bacon, you better take that bacon off. I promise you, it gets grimy in here, bro. For real. All right. I know you guys are like, bro, like, dang, like this is insane. Like, the story still ain't over? No, it's not over. Because I'm giving y'all my full experience of working at this job. I'm going to give you everything, bro. Now, I ain't going to be too long because I got a few more things. I have to dig back in my memory to really, like, put it down. to really put it down on the screen of like what this is, y'all. Now listen. The last thing, and I'll never forget this. This is the last thing that happened to me, and I want every single young man or young woman to learn from me on this part, y'all. Seriously. I'm gonna be a little calm when I say this because I want y'all. I know I'm sometimes, most of the time on my channel, I'm amplified. You know, I want to entertain you guys. I want to entertain you guys, man. Like I'm amplified. I'm not really serious most of the time in my videos or whatever. But this is me being serious, y'all. My piece of advice that I would give to other young men and young women, no matter what it is, bro, have some respect for yourself. I don't care who it is. I don't care what it is. I don't care how old you are. Have some respect for yourself. Because at the end of the day, bro, a lot of people nowadays, first of all, people are crazy. But a lot of people nowadays will try to talk to you like you're absolute nothing. And I'm not saying that, and like I said before, I'm not saying you got to match the energy. But sometimes it's better just to walk away. And not have no money in your pocket or have no money coming in than work at a job that pays you but treats you like absolute crap. So, here's the final part of the story time. Now, at this time, I've been working at this Wendy's for about a year and a half. I'm like 18, about to go on 19. And a new manager comes in. Now, again, even if I knew this guy's name, even if I remembered it, I still wouldn't say it. But I remember a new manager comes in, and he was one of those managers that thought that he was one of those managers, y'all, that thought, and not even in term of oh, he took his job too serious. No, he was one of those managers that if you give him a little bit of power, if you give him a little bit of authority, he was going to abuse it. Now, this new manager, he had his wife with him or whatever. She wasn't a manager, but she was his wife, so automatically she has a job. He brought in his nieces. Automatically, she had a job. Now, to be honest with you, I don't really mind that. Like if you have like the opportunity to give a job to your family, there's nothing really wrong with that. Here's one thing about this dude that I learned. When he was hiring people, now remind you, I've seen people come and go. I've seen people quit. I've seen people quit and come back. Whatever, I've seen so many people come and leave or whatever, right? I remember he was trying to hire people, right? And he's looking through everybody's name or whatever. Did y'all know that this manager was like stupid racist? If you weren't black, he's not hiring you. That means if you were Caucasian, if you were Asian, if your skin wasn't looking like these, you're not getting hired. And that was so wild to me. That was super wild to me. Now, I didn't even know if he related this to, I don't even know what his ambition was to not hire other people. But bro, if you were not black, bro, you're not getting hired, bro. There were so many people on like that little list of like people who applied to this job. He would literally look for like the little race part where it says like, oh, like what race are you? And if it said black, bro, you were like 85% in the door. It was crazy. This man was crazy racist, y'all. Absolutely diabolical. But listen, that's the least of what this man was. The worst part about this guy is if you gave him a little bit of power, he would abuse it. And he would make himself seemed so like just head and shoulders above everybody. Brother, he was a manager. He wasn't a district manager. He wasn't a like a position above the district man. He wasn't, bro. He was a regular manager. And he was one of those weirdo managers that if you didn't have a relationship with him, you weren't going to get a piece of the pie. If he wasn't cool with you, then he would do anything in his power to get you fired. He was one of those. And of course, this weirdo manager had favorites. I feel like everybody has, like even teachers have favorites. Bro, parents have favorites. Everybody has favorites, right? This weirdo manager had favorites. And unfortunately, I wasn't one of his favorites. You know why? Because number one, when I got to work, I just worked. I wasn't talking to anybody. Now, if somebody was to talk to me, whatever, I'm going to talk to them. I'm not awkward or nothing. But I wasn't talking to the manager. I wasn't dapping him up. Bro, I'm clocking in. I'm doing my position, and then that's it. Now, the first incident of him trying to call me out and him trying to embarrass me was, I remember I was at the burger station. I'm sorry, not the burger station. I'm sorry. Grill station where I'm making the burgers, y'all. And so I'm doing my job. When you're at the grill station, y'all, you are flipping the burgers. You are you're putting down like chicken for like spicy chicken sandwich or whatever for the person that's making the burgers. You're if you need like extra like fries or extra chicken nuggets or whatever, like in the freezer or whatever, then the burger making person, they would have to tell me, hey, can you give me some more fries, or can you give me some more what do you call it, like burger, no, not burgers, can you give me some more chicken or grilled chicken or whatever. And so that's your job, to go in the back, get that, and then bring it into like the freezer or whatever, right? So that was my job. That's what I did. I had to put down cookies and everything. So I did my job. I remember he was like, whenever he first came in, y'all, he didn't really say anything to me. I didn't say anything to him. And bro, I was just working that job, under him as my manager for about a month until he said something to me. He said, he says, and what are you supposed to be doing? I said, oh, I'm just doing my job. Like I'm doing my job. And he says that, aren't you supposed to be doing the dishes or whatever? I'm like, no, this is my job. There's somebody who literally goes to the back and does the dishes. What are we talking about? Now I do know, for some Wendy's, the person that's on the grill, he actually does the dishes as well. He does the dishes and he cleans or whatever. But that's not what they gave me. That's not what they told me to do. The person that actually taught me how to put this stuff on the grill and go back and get this, they didn't tell me, hey, also you have to go to the back and do the dishes or whatever and mop and whatever. That's number one. Number two, there was always a person always doing that. They'll always go to the back and clean the dishes and mop and stuff. So I'm thinking, oh, that must be like the custodian or whatever. Like nobody has ever told me, hey, this is your job. So that's number two. So I told him like, oh, I'm not supposed to be doing that, whatever. And he was trying so hard to make me seem like I wasn't working, or I wasn't working hard enough, or I was just coming here and just get an easy check. Bro, he would try to talk to me. It was kind of like a belittling thing. Like, oh, like, is this what you do all day? You're not really working or whatever. This is real hard work. Come back here and I'm gonna show you how to really do hard work or whatever. And he was talk to me in a belittling way, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Nobody has ever talked to me like this before. Like, bro, who do you think you are? I was saying this in my head because one thing that I give massive respect to myself was, bro, if I was to look at my 17-year-old self, bro, I would dab him up and be like, bro, you had 99 self-control. You had a 99 overall in self-control. Because I could have easily, bro, just went off on this dude. But I didn't. I kept my mouth shut. I'm like, all right, yeah, I got you, whatever. Even whenever he was trying to belittle me and trying to embarrass me in front of everybody and trying to call me lazy and stuff like that. Even though without me, brother, yo lazy ass, the person that really went in the back and kicked his feet up, you would have been having to do my job if I didn't clock in today. So what are you talking about? But whatever. So he would try to talk to me on like some belittle ish or whatever, right? But even whenever he would tell me, hey, you're supposed to be doing this, you're supposed to be doing that, you're supposed to be whatever, whatever, right? I would still do it. I promise you, I would still do it. I remember one day, y'all, an older lady. She wasn't. Oh, I don't mean to disrespect her, but I forget her name anyway. But I don't mean to disrespect her. She was like 40, but she was a nice light skinned lady, really nice to me. My first time ever meeting her. I think she would come in like a different time to me, so that's why I never seen her. So she's on the burgers, y'all. I'm make sure I'm still recording. All right, I'm still recording. She was on a burger. She was making the burgers and the sandwiches and stuff like that, y'all. And again, uh, I'm cooking the meat. I'm going to the back, restocking the fridge. I'm washing the dishes, like he said. I'm cutting up the like the lettuce and stuff like that. What else am I doing? I'm making like the new lemonade. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to show y'all, bro. I cannot wait to show y'all how they make lemonade in Wendy's, bro. Bro, so I'm doing everything he told me that I wasn't doing, that I was lacking, right? First of all, I knew he would come in on some stupid ish because y'all, the day before he got into an argument with his girl at the job. He took her outside, they're arguing outside, whatever, and as I'm clocking out and as I'm leaving, whatever, with my Wendy's bag and everything, as I'm leaving, and I'm about to like go catch the bus, whatever, I walk past them as they're arguing outside and everything. So I already knew he was pissed. I already knew. It's either he had to sleep on the couch or whatever. I already knew he was pissed the day after. So he comes into like the job or whatever, dumb late or whatever. He already got an attitude. Already, he don't want nobody smiling or nothing. He's one of those weirdos that if his day was messed up, everybody else day got to be messed up. He's one of those weirdos, y'all. So you know me, it was like this one dude that I was cool with, whatever. We laughing, we chopping it up, but at the same time, we're working, bro. Like we ain't playing around. We're chopping up, making jokes or whatever. At this time, you got girls doing TikToks or whatever, but he's not saying nothing to them because he knows them, and they were his favorites, so he didn't say nothing to them. But every time that I laughed, every time that I smiled, every time that I even looked like I was happy, he was on my neck. Oh, did you go do that? Did you go do that? I don't know why we're smiling right now. We should be working. What? He was one of those type of weirdos, even though I was doing my work. He was a weirdo, y'all. Like, truly. And so, I already knew he was going to be on BS with me. Because he was trying, every time that I smiled, y'all, which, y'all, I naturally smile. Like, that's my, that's my default. Like, that's my default face. I smile, y'all. That's my legit, y'all. If you know me in real life, you know, bro. I smile a lot. That's my default. Like, that's not like I don't force anything. Like, legit, bro. Like, that's like I naturally smile. I naturally smile. So boom, he was already on my neck. Oh, did you do that? Did you wash the dishes? Did you do that? Did you do that? I'm like, all right, whatever. Right? Don't say nothing back to him. Whatever. So a little bit of time goes back. Of course, this bum, I'm sorry for, excuse my language, but of course this bum was in his office with his feet kicked up, not doing nothing, like the lazy bum he is. So I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but in that office, it's like a see-through glass that he can see what people are doing. So he sees me at the grill, whatever, because every other thing was taken care of. Me cutting up extra like little cheeses or whatever for the burger making lady. Bro, she had extra everything. The dishes were clean. Everything was good, copacetic. Bro, I'm at the burger thing. I'm flipping the burgers. So I think notification goes off on my phone. I look at my phone, whatever. The moment I get on my phone, he on my neck. Oh, why you always laughing and smiling and stuff like that? You always on your phone. You're not even a worker for real. Oh, I don't even know why Wendy's even employed you here. Again, I would love to give myself a pat on the back for 99 self-control. Because I could have easily ripped this boy a new one. Pause. I could have easily violated this man. But I was like, whatever. I put my phone down. I'm still flipping burgers, whatever. And he talking about some, oh, you here all day. Have you been whatever? Da, 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 da. So while he's going off on me, the lady, remember the nice light skinned lady? She says, oh, she calls the guy by his first name. So I know they know each other. She called the weird manager by his first name. So I know they're tight, like, you know, they're kind of close or whatever. She says, oh, but he been working all day though. He been good. He been working all day. This ugly, lame manager was like, oh, well, no, but still. What do you mean, but still? What are you talking about, but still? If this lady right here that you know that called you by your first name, if she said that I've been working and da 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 da, why are you still trying to go off on me? This guy, he was a weirdo. I don't know what it was, bro. I don't know if he was attracted to me, bro. I don't know if I just smelled too good for him. I don't know if I was just, bro. I don't know, bro. But he was on my neck, bro. He was on my, bro. He was like a female, bro. He was just on me, bro. 24/7 on my neck. And I remember he was like, you know what, man, come here. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I follow him. And so we're kind of heading at the front. We're kind of heading towards like the door of the Wendy's establishment, right? So I'm thinking we about to go outside and he about to tell me, he about to just yell at me, whatever, right? Instead, we make a cut to the bathroom. So we're going to the bathroom, y'all. And he says, oh, since you're a girl, man, you're supposed to be mopping everything as well. I'm like, and I told him, I'm like, but you haven't told me that though. That was the first time that I responded back to him. I said, but you haven't told me that. How are you gonna yell at me for something that I didn't know though? Because when I first got here, they didn't tell me everything that I needed to know about the grilling or whatever. I'm like, how, like, you know, you gotta tell me that. I don't know how to, like, tell me that I'm supposed to be mopping and stuff like that, and I'm gonna do it. Don't just yell my head off because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, brother. If you don't tell me what I'm supposed to do, how will I, bro? What are we talking about? How will I know what to do if you're not telling me what to do? So, bro, we in the bathroom, you know, I tell him straight up, whatever, and I'm thinking he had a change of heart because he actually listened to me. He said, okay, you know what? My apologies for that. My bad, etc. Boom. You're supposed to mop the bathroom, whatever, da da da. You're supposed to clean the toilet, and bro, and I felt so like. There's something about that, bro. When he told me to clean the toilet and stuff like that, bro, I felt so. I'm like, at the back of my head, bro, I'm like, whatever. So then he says, here's how you clean the toilet. And then he cleans the toilet. He then says, here, take a picture of the toilet. I take a picture of the toilet. He says, put that picture in the group chat because we all have a group chat. It was like a Wendy's group chat. He says, put that in the group chat and say, I did it, or I did that, or this is like, basically as like an example. And when I did that, bro, I felt so embarrassed, bro. I put that random picture of the toilet in the bathroom. I'm sorry, I put that random picture of the toilet in that group chat, bro. And I felt so embarrassed because I'm like, wait, like, what's the, like, why are you, like, what's your point here? Like, whatever, right? So he gets out. I mop both bathrooms, the girls and the boys' bathroom. I clean the toilet, like the little toilet seat or whatever. Both the men and the women's bathroom is clean. I come out. I go back to the burger station. The weirdo manager goes to the bathroom. The weirdo manager goes to the bathroom. He comes out and he's going off on me. This is why you're lazy, whatever. That bathroom is not clean. That's not a clean bathroom. It doesn't smell like this. That's not. I'm like, what? I just cleaned it. What are you talking about? I said that. In real life, I said, bro, what are you talking about? I just cleaned it. And he looked at me like I was crazy. Like I said something about his mom or something. When I said, I'm like, yo, I just cleaned it. What are you talking about? That's all I said for him to just turn it up a notch. Oh, you're the laziest one here. You stay at the grill all day, da 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 da. And then The nice light skinned lady, she says, oh, and she calls the guy by the first name again. She said, oh, calm down, whatever. And then he comes up to me because I'm like where like the little fire stations is at, like the little fryer stations where like you fry like the chicken nuggets and like the fries or whatever. He comes up to me and says, wait, did you even clean this? He pulls. I didn't even know you could even move this thing. And again, he didn't even tell me that I had to clean this. He moves the fryer back. Bro, in all my 1.5 years, I didn't even know you can even move the fryer. Bro, in all my 1.5 years there, nobody never cleaned the back of that fryer. You know why? When he moved the fryer, man, it looked like, bro, it was all types of stains and everything. It was diabolical. And he telling me something, see, you don't even do nothing. You're supposed to be clean this. And I'm like, bro. In the back of my head, bro, the back of my head, bro, I'm like, you're supposed to tell me that I'm supposed to be clean this. Bro, are y'all getting what I'm saying? A lot of things that he's going off on me at are things that I was never taught. I can see if I was saying, oh, no, I ain't doing that. Bro, I'm literally willing to do it. But he's not. He's going off on me for not knowing that I'm supposed to be cleaning this. Bro, tell me. So he removes a little oil thing. He started putting a bunch of like spray, bleach, soap, whatever. And he's talking about, yeah, you're supposed to scrub this, scrub that. He said, bro, he's legit yelling at me. He's talking about some scrub this, scrub the ground, scrub that. So I'm scrubbing it. Boom, I'm scrubbing it. And at this point, bro, I'm heated. Bro. Because now you're trying to embarrass me. You're trying to belittle me. And you're trying to put your authority over me. You're trying so hard to belittle me and put me down. I see what you're trying to do. And I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I felt so disrespected because everybody in there knows that I was working or whatever. And even if I didn't know it, bro, even if you wanted me to do something, just tell me to do it. And I'll do it. But the fact that you're trying to talk to me crazy in front of your family or in front of your favorites and stuff like that and trying to embarrass me, it's crazy, bro. So I'm scrubbing whatever. He's still talking. And at that point, I just had enough. I got up. I'm like, man, I ain't doing that, whatever. And he told me, man, you know what? You can just clock out. And I'm like, all right, cool. And so when he said, oh, you can just clock out or whatever, the lady, like the little light-skinned, older lady, whatever, she called him by his first name. She's going off on him. At that point, him and her, they're like, I wouldn't say they're arguing, but they're having like a, like they're I guess they're talking to each other, but at the same time, they're like, it wasn't like an argument, but she wasn't happy that he did that. So, boom, bro, I gave me like some chicken nuggets, whatever, put it in like the little bag or whatever. I give me my stuff to go, and then I clocked out right there, bro. Clocked out. And then I think I quit. I quit right there. I didn't return. And then yeah, like I didn't return. I quit right there, bro. I was just so fed up, bro. Like, I wish I was there, bro. The way he tried to disrespect me, bro, and the way he was trying to belittle me, and the way he was like trying to like stump on me, bro, was not cool at all. But it ain't over. It's not over. You know why it's not over? Because when I quit and I didn't go, and I did a whole bunch of no calls, no shows, the guy that hired me, y'all, called me up and was like, what's going on? What's the situation about? And so I break everything down to him. And he says, you know what, man, can you just come in what did he say, Wednesday or Thursday? He said one of the, like, either Wednesday or Thursday. He said, "Could you just come in on Wednesday or Thursday or whatever, and then you still have your job. I understand your frustrations and stuff like that, and then and basically the guy let me have my job back. So shout out to him. He let me have my job back. So I go back on Wednesday. That same bum weirdo manager's there. So I go to the little burger station because nobody was there. I start making the burgers, whatever that's on there. Ooh man, let me chill out. This bum, this loser of a manager. Oh, he came to work today. What? Bro, if you don't get out of my face, bro. Oh, he came to work today. Like, he's really a loser, y'all. Like, I can't express how much of a loser this dude was, bro. Talking about he came to work today. I couldn't believe he said that to me. So, what? But again, like I said, I had 99 self-control. So I ain't say nothing. I'm still working, da-da-da-da. Y'all would not guess what I'm about to say, y'all. The guy leaves. He leaves because I think he was there for like breakfast or whatever. But I don't think y'all noticed. But let me just say this one side thing. For managers, managers, they can basically finesse their paychecks. They can basically leave, go home for a little bit, watch the game, come back, just check to see if everything is good, leave again, go watch the game, come back, and then clock out. They're finessers. They can basically clock in whenever it's breakfast time, and then like come into like the store whenever like it's really late, and just like sign out and just clock out, and they'll basically get paid for all those hours. It's a finesse. But the guy leaves. It's like 3 p.m. He leaves. I'm guessing he was here for breakfast. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I'm like, oh my God, thank the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. He left. So my boy comes in. And what, bro, I'm so sad I forgot his name too. I think his name was like, oh man, his name was like Jeremiah or something like that. But bro, like I haven't talked to him since, but he comes in, bro. We dapping it up. We da. So bro, and again, we're doing our job or whatever. Now, the second manager that came in was really cool. He was a real cool, chill dude. He he was playing his music and everything. Bro, he had like a speaker and everything. He playing his music. Everybody just having a good time, just working or whatever. Just the workflow was really good. Me and my boy, we're laughing and stuff like that, but we're still doing our job. Y'all, when I tell you that this dude was at the crib, I'm thinking that I'm thinking I'm about to have the most amazing shift of all time. When I tell y'all this dude, y'all, was literally at the crib watching the cameras. Now, I don't know. I promise y'all. Bro. I promise y'all. I'm not lying. This dude was at his house watching the cameras. Now, I don't even know how he even got access to the cameras. But do y'all remember that, y'all, his wife works there. People, remember when I said that people that he hired himself work there as well? His niece works there. He clocked out earlier. So again, everybody's having a fun time. Everybody, is still doing their job or whatever. He makes a call to his niece. His niece says, hey, everybody listen up. Everybody comes to her. She puts on speakerphone. He starts going off on everybody. He's like, I'm watching the cameras right now. And, y'all are having a little bit too much fun. Y'all supposed to be working. Da-da-da-da-da. Bro at home watching the cameras like these. Bro! Yo, this man at the house watching the cameras, bro, eyes going crazy. Bro, eyes going crazy. He told me, so I'm watching the cameras and everybody having a good time. Everybody's supposed to be working right now. Da, 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 da. And he said the next time, he said if I make another call, then a bunch of people gonna be in trouble, whatever. I'm gonna make everybody clock out. Da 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 da. Nobody listened to that bum. Everybody's still having fun. Everybody's still, look, bro. I don't know if y'all noticed, but like Wendy's and McDonald's or whatever, they have like a timer where you're competing with like other like counties or like under like other Wendy's. Bro, we were number one in everything, bro. We were flowing. Bro, we had like bro, we had like the fastest time and everything, bro. We were killing it. So I'm on the grill flipping the patties, and my boy, he's at like the fry station or whatever. And bro, we're just like laughing, we're cracking it up, da 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 da. And then our rush or whatever, because we was in like a rush. But like, bro, like I said, we were killing it. We were all, bro, we were on like flow state. So there's no cars, there's no nothing. My friend comes up to me, we're talking, da 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 da. Next thing you know, I feel a tap on my shoulder. It's his niece. She gives the phone straight to me. As I get the phone, I didn't even say hello yet. As I get the phone, I'm seeing a bunch of other girls. They're not really crashing out, but they're like, oh, you know what, man? F this job. F this job. I'm out of here anyway. I got my little paycheck anyway. Da da da. I saw like 3 to 4 girls leaving. And I said, hello? He said, hello, you know what, Trail? You're no longer you're no longer an you're no longer an employee for Wendy's. Please collect your things. When he said that, when he said you are no an employee of Wendy's, please collect your when he said please collect your got the phone, hung up on him mid call. Got the phone, hung up on him, walked up to the niece. I said, "Oh, here you go, bro. I got my last meal, bro. I went all out with my last meal. I had like 2 big large fries. I had like 2 20-piece nuggets, bro. Grabbed the McFlurry. Sorry, not McFlurry. I grabbed a Wendy's Frosty. I grabbed a bunch of cookies, bro. And when I clocked out for the final time, bro, I walked out of there, bro. Bro, walked out of there. I hugged the girls or whatever, dapped up my boy, grabbed my food, clocked out. And as I'm leaving, y'all, remember, his wife is still there. His niece is still there. So my friend, like, bro, what happened? What happened? What happened? As I'm leaving, I'm like, bro, he fired me, bro. And like, dang, bro, dang. Because my friend, he didn't get fired. He didn't get fired, y'all. He fired me and like a few other girls. So boom, he's like, so I'm like, yeah, bro, that weirdo. I said something. I don't know if I said that weirdo fired me, but I was like, oh yeah, I said something. I said something crazy, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. When he fired me, bro, I was talking crazy, bro. I probably said like that beat. I don't want to cuss too much, y'all. Cause like I'm trying to get better with my cursing, y'all. I'm trying to not like I'm trying not to cuss so much. But I was like, yeah, that beh, nah. He fired me, whatever. Da da da. When I said that, his nephew was like, oh, don't talk about my. She said, oh, don't talk about my uncle like that or something like that. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, hey, I was like, yo, I don't give a F. 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 As I'm leaving. And she told me, don't talk about my uncle like that. And then, the wife, whatever, his wife was like, oh, yeah, because that's really disrespectful. I'm like, I don't care. And I left. And I never looked back ever since, bro. Walked out, bro. Went home. I didn't even tell my mom, bro. I didn't tell my mom until like I think like the day after, and she was happy. She was happy because I would always come home and complaining about like the the boss or whatever. So she was really happy. Um, and yeah, bro, like that was my worst job. Like that, and you know what? I learned a lot of experiences at that job. Like I learned a lot of good things, and also, bro, like I learned that some people are just weird. Some people are haters, bro. Some people are like some managers, bro. They're just miserable, bro. And that dude, he was miserable. He was miserable, bro. He was trying so hard to get under my skin. He was trying so hard to like try to, he just didn't like me, bro. He didn't like me. I didn't do nothing to him, y'all. I was just a regular, young man coming to work, and he was just a weirdo, bro. So, listen, if this reaches anybody that's that's just now, about to start working at McDonald's or Wendy's or whatever, um, just have some respect for yourself. That's not your final job. That's not where you're supposed to be for life. So if they do try to use you or they do try to disrespect you, bro, don't be afraid to leave, bro. Honestly, I feel like that's a really good starter job. If you're a teenager or whatever, you coming up. Um, yeah, I worked there for about 2 years. Y'all. So hope y'all enjoyed my story time. I'm gonna definitely whip this up and edit this up. I'm gonna have this out for y'all by tomorrow. Thank y'all so much for all the support, y'all. I mean, it means the world. My first ever story time. If y'all want more story times, man, I got y'all. Because bro, I would never forget. I would never forget that ever at all, y'all. So, comment down below, man. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about? What do y'all think about this video? Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. On the road to 10,000 subscribers. And bro, if y'all want any tips and stuff like that, for working at these fast food jobs or whatever, bro, let me know. I can definitely help y'all out with some tips or whatever. It's been a while since I've been there, but yeah, man. Thank y'all so much for all the support, and man, I'm still like fishing them out. Bye, everyone.